it's Reno with you on my YouTube channel, Planet Reno, and I have a very cool album review we're doing today. It is Pamela Moore's Resurrect Me. Of course, for all those Queensryche fans, old school Queensryche fans, and hopefully new alike know who she is. Sister Mary from Queensryche's Operation Mindcrime. She even reprised the role in Operation Mindcrime 2, has been doing a lot of stuff over the years between then and now, but her latest work is this new album. It came out earlier this year, Resurrect Me, which I've been wanting to do with this album review for a while now, just haven't taken the time, but really wanted to talk about this album because it is such a good album. And if you got to check out my video of my interview with her for Big Hair Saturday Night, I said probably for my money, one of the best out so far in 2013. And you know, this has been we did the interview on May the 20th, and this is July the 10th, and I still stand by that. One of the best albums, as I said, if not the best, to come out so far in 2013, because it is just packed from top to bottom with great songs. Because you know, a lot of albums that come out these days, you might get one or two good songs, and the rest is just filler, and there's not a single filler tune on this song. And we're going to talk about another album that's come out here recently, Black Star Riders, which is another great album. Not a filler in it, top to bottom, another great album, but that's for another album review. Right now we're talking about Pamela Moore, Resurrect Me, and as I said, a great album. And really, if you like old school Queensryche, you're going to love this. If you like newer sounding rock, you're going to love this, because they do a great job. Pamela Moore and her partner in crime on this, Michael Posh, who really got to give him kudos as well for putting out a great album, because he pretty much did all the instrumentation except for the drums, I believe, and just did a fantastic job writing the music for this, and they both did a great job writing in general on this album, because it's just a lot of good stuff. As I said, you know, the old school Queensryche fans are going to love this. The old school metal fans are going to love this, because it does have notes of that, but it also has notes of the a newer sounding rock, a lot of crunchy guitars, little, you know, notes of industrial in there as well, which really adds a lot of atmosphere to the album. And if I were to try to sum this album up in a nutshell, it's slow burn. Because, you know, maybe even not slow burn, but underlying intensity. There's an underlying intensity to this whole album. Every song is just so intense in one way or another, and a lot of the songs are like that slow burn, where it starts out soft and melodic, and then just, you know, by the time the song ends, it's just a rocker melting your face off, as Pamela Moore said in our interview about one of the songs. But really excellent album. And if you're a fan of great rock and roll, whether it be new stuff, whether it be, you know, the old school metal, you're gonna love this album. And of course, it starts off with the tune Acquiescent, which I think is a great mid-tempo rocker to start out the album. Melt Into You, another one as well. Paranoia, the third song on the album. I'm not going to go into too much detail on what I think the song's about. I'll leave that up to you. That's the beauty of music, is that it's up to the listener to decide what it means to them. But maybe some of them I'll talk a little bit about what I think it is, but that's just my opinion. But Paranoia was the first single, actually not the first single, I guess you could say the title track, Resurrect Me, was the first single, but the Paranoia, the first video off the album. A very cool tune, and they, you know, the cleanup hitter in that first set of 4 songs really is the number 4, We Are Damaged, because, man, that is just a rocker. Probably one of my favorite songs off the album. It's got a great interlude with kids, you know, saying the Pledge of Allegiance, and just a very cool song. Very, you know, like I said, it's got that underlying intensity that just, you know, it makes you want more of it. So very cool song. Resurrect Me is number 5 on the album. And as I said, this was really kind of the first single off the album. And when I talk about slow burn, this song is what I'm talking about, because it starts off so soft and melodic, very haunting, and then by the end of it, it is just a blistering hard rock song. And of course, this is a song, like I said, I don't want to talk about what I think the songs are about, because I think that's up to you. But to me, this song, it almost was like to me, it seemed like reprising the Sister Mary role to an extent. If you listen to it, you'll know kind of what I'm talking about. Probably not. I'm probably totally off base on this, but to me, I listened to that and I could hear, Pamela Moore as the Sister Mary character singing this, back in the Operation Mindcrime days. But after Resurrect Me, the title track, you've got The Sky is Falling, which another great song, which leads into Awakening, which, again, you talk about slow burn, you talk about underlying intensity. This is one of those songs where it starts out very melodic, and then, Jeff Loomis guests on this, does the guitar solo, and by the end of it, it's just a wicked hard rock song, and Pamela just really lets loose at the end of this song, and it's just if you want to get pumped up, if you're like Pamela said in our interview, you want to work out, have a great song to get an intense workout to, this is one of those songs. And of course, after Awakening, you get a bit of a break, a little breather from all the intensity and the maybe not so much the intensity, because this is kind of an intense song in itself. But it's a slower song, if you want to call it the ballad off the album. And really, I like this song because it is a little different from the rest of the stuff. The rest of it's straight up rock. This almost has some underlying pop notes to it. I mean, it's still a good rock ballad, but you could see this song being played on a top 40 station or something like that, which it's not a bad thing. I think it's a very good thing because it's just probably one of my favorite songs on the album, Breaking Down. It's got such as I said, an underlying intensity to it, and once you listen to it, you'll understand what I'm saying. And then the last two songs on the album, Desperate by Design, is just a wicked up-tempo rocker. And round out the album with Wide Awake, Phoenix Rising, which I think is a great bookend to Acquiescent. I think it's a great song to end the album on. And I tell you what, just an exceptional album from Pamela Moore, Resurrect Me. And I do want to thank Joe from Rat Pak Records for hooking me up with this the copy of this album to be able to play on Big Hair Saturday night, because I've got a lot of great responses from that. And I also want to thank all the folks at Rat Pak Records for hooking me up with the I didn't mention this on my video for the Pamela Moore interview, but I want to thank them for hooking me up with Pamela Moore and being able to talk to her because it was a fun interview and a really great album. As I said, one of my favorite albums of 2013 so far. And do yourself a favor, go to ratpackrecords.com and pick up a copy, or go to wherever you emphasize buy your digital downloads, because there's a lot of great rock and roll out there that they're relegated to independent labels, which I say relegated, but maybe that's not fair, because I think there's a lot of independent labels doing a lot of great things, putting out a lot of great rock and roll that the big record labels are missing out on. And you want these artists to keep being able to put great music out there, and to do that is to buy their stuff and allow them to be able to have the money to put out more records and stuff like that, because these you can't make albums for free. And so go out and support great artists like Pamela Moore and great albums like Resurrect Me. You will not be disappointed. As I said, awesome album, one of the best of 2013 so far. So want to thank everyone for tuning in. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can like me on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. And we got some more album reviews, more interviews on the way, and more stuff. So keep listening and keep tuned in right here on Planet Reno.